The U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics says that the unemployment rate is about 4.3% as of March 2026. Now that might seem like a low unemployment rate, and historically it probably is, but you still have a lot of people out there, actually over 7 million people, that are still unemployed and having a really hard time trying to find a job.
Guys, there are no jobs. There are no jobs anywhere. I'm willing to do tiny jobs. I've done tiny jobs. My whole life has been tiny jobs. But now, when I try to do a tiny job, they tell me I'm overqualified because of that stupid degree they told me to get.
Oh, you can't get a job unless you have a degree from a college.
Lies. My friends that didn't go to college have better jobs than I do, with better pay and benefits. My friends that did go to college aren't even doing jobs in what they got a degree in. I just, where did they go? Where did the jobs go? They can't all have gone to China. The robots didn't take all the jobs yet. I just want to work so I can buy like groceries and stuff.
So if you were laid off, how long have you been out of work? Because I was laid off in January of 2024. It's now February of 2026, and I still have not been able to get a job, even at minimum wage.
The job market in 2026 is absolutely cooked. I'm talking to thousands of candidates each week, and this is what they're experiencing. You apply for thousands of jobs, and you don't hear anything back. And if you do hear something back, it's a rejection email on Friday night at 9 p.m., or even worse, on the weekend. If you do get an interview, don't expect a quick process. It's not like it was in 2021 where they interview people in like 7 to 10 days and make an offer. Instead, right now, they're dragging people through endless rounds of interviews. I'm talking about assessments, I'm talking about take-home work, free work for the companies. You name it, that's what you're getting. And these interviews last months, like 2, 3, 4, 5. I even heard of someone going around 7 rounds of interviews only to get rejected. And if you do make it to the last stage of the interview, if you're one of those lucky people who gets an offer, don't expect to get anything close to what you were targeting. They're gonna lowball you. They're gonna ask you to go back to the office 5 days a week, and they know if you don't accept their offer, they have like 20 other people who will. It's absolutely brutal.
I got a question. When are the jobs going to start hiring again? Because, it'd be a whole bunch of job postings, but I don't know when the last time I done heard somebody get a new job.
Congratulations on making it to the 5th round of interviews. On a scale of 1 to 10, how willing would you say you are to working on the weekends? We're gonna need you to take a skills assessment. So we actually are a startup, which is really cool, but we don't offer maternity leave, we don't do 401k contribution matching, and we also can't offer you any health insurance. What's your blood type? Okay, fun question for you. So if you have a boat that fits 2 people, and there are 37 people needing to cross a river, which takes 2 hours to cross, but the river is gonna flood in 1 hour, how would you save everyone? Do you know what 20% of 350 is? This job was originally 2 jobs, which have been combined, and so it's actually around like 80 hours worth of work, but you would get paid for the full 40. We offer 1 week of vacation.
For like the year?
Yeah, exactly. It's very generous. And do you have a doctorate degree? Could you just spell receipt really quick? So this job actually does pay $34,000 a year. Okay, hypothetical here. Let's say you're going on a bachelorette weekend and you're told that your cost will be $800, which would cover your activities and Airbnb. But the Thursday before leaving, a girl backs out, and now you're being told that your cost is $950. Do you pay it?
I don't know. It seems kind of last minute. Yeah, I guess I would definitely pay it.
It's okay. I already am writing that you're not a team player. Have you heard of work-life balance? Because we actually don't do that here. Every 4th Friday that you work, you wouldn't get paid. We would actually just consider those volunteer hours. I see that you have a 6-month gap on your resume. What's that about?
Oh, that's just because I've been looking for a job.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest, that doesn't look good. I'm gonna stop you right there. We actually no longer say diverse. We took diversity out of our corporate culture last year. So kind of what we're looking for is someone who can train AI on how to do this job and then simultaneously do it until AI can take over. But seriously though, how much does your mental health matter to you? Because I just want to be upfront and say that it doesn't matter to us.
I had a job interview last week. Went amazing. Loved the hiring manager. We had a conversation about philanthropy, and I think that's what got me hired, if I'm being honest. Received the offer letter yesterday. Was super excited. We're talking about $180,000 a year with a $1,500 work from home stipend. to get all the equipment and to take care of the things to make sure that I was up and running by Monday. They were sending me my phone and my laptop on Saturday. It was going to be here Monday. I start the position. I was excited. I haven't been excited about learning a new position in a very long time. Just the energy of the hiring manager made me that excited. Got an email today stating that they had to rescind the offer due to the fact that the company is downsizing. Great. She calls me. She's like, hey, like, I know, like, me and you were looking forward to having you on board. Like, I was like, I was excited. I am so sorry they made a last minute decision to eliminate your department. Shout out to her for giving me a call, because she did not have to do that, but she did. She also said that she was going to pass my resume along because I would be a great hire. Feel good moment, I guess. I cried. Because trying to find a job in this climate has been hard. I've been turned away from minimum wage jobs. Like, I applied everywhere. I would do gig work. I don't have a car, so it's just, I literally just want to sit on the floor and just cry and just, cause I don't know what to do. Like, that money would have been helpful because I would be able to focus on my Notion business without having to worry about how I'm gonna come up with money. And it's just like, I can either put fire underneath my ass and start like literally looking for clients and pushing out my Notion templates. But I am so demotivated. Like, I'm gonna lay down. I'll talk to y'all later.
I applied to a job through LinkedIn. They sent me an email back, like, we took a look at your application, we've decided to move on to other candidates, blah, blah, blah. But then under that, it says, in bold, if you have anyone you'd like to refer to this job, please refer them, and we'll compensate you. Like, no, I refer myself. Like, what?
Guys, the job market is so crazy right now. I am at a recruitment conference. It's a conference all about how AI is impacting recruitment, what the world of work is going to look like, and we kind of get together, talk about how AI and technology is impacting recruiting. But I have talked to 3 people just even at the happy hour tonight that are literally at the conference because they're laid off or they just got laid off, and they are looking to network, and that's how they're looking to find opportunities. And that's what you have to do nowadays. Look, I'm talking to recruiting leaders who have applied to thousands of jobs online. They're just sick of the online portals. And so they figure, you know what, I need to go out, I need to network, I need to actually meet real life people. And when I'm talking to other candidates, they're finding the same thing. Like, if you want a job in 2026, you can't just rely on like the online applications. You got to go out and meet people, meet decision makers, build relationships. It's like the hidden job market is actually happening, and I'm not the only person who is seeing this.
After applying for over 324 jobs, getting 11 interviews and 0 job acceptance letters back, I'm convinced I'm going to be homeless in a year. And the worst part is I am over $120,000 in debt because society says you're supposed to get a bachelor's degree and a master's degree. Well, I got both, and I have fucking nothing. Do you know how embarrassing it is to go back to the same job you used to work at in high school 6 years later in life? It's embarrassing. The same manager, the same 40 and 50-year-olds that used to work there are still there, and now I'm fucking going back. Please tell me, what are you doing to make money in this economy? What side hustles, what jobs are you applying for? What are you doing to scrape by? Because the only reason I'm able to even pay my rent each month is because of the ClaimWise app. Your boy needs some help.
You know when your parents tell you that to get a job you have to go in there multiple times and like ask for updates? I can confirm that that does not work. Maybe it's because I moved to a small town, which I hate. And the only reason I say I hate that is because I've never had so much like trouble finding a job, basically based off of just not having like friends or references. And I have like job references, but a lot of the people I worked with at my other jobs would say that they only got the job because their friend like gave them a word. And as someone that's like independent like myself, I've never had anyone give me a word or put in a word for me for any job. I just show up and interview like a regular person. But in this state, it doesn't work like that. And there's been a few times where I had to learn, like my brain's had to process that like I'm not getting picked for this job, not because of my ability. I'm pretty sure either because they don't like me or they already chose someone and they just don't want to take anyone else's stuff. So when I first moved here, I really wanted to work at Ulta instead of like fast food. So I applied to Ulta online because they said they were hiring for like a seasonal, like a task associate and also a beauty advisor. So I applied for both of those. And then I also went in like actually a few weeks after I applied for those. I talked to the front desk. I talked to the manager. I told the manager I sent an application a few weeks ago. She was like, yeah, we're restocking. I was like thinking, okay, what does that have to do with my resume? So I give her some time. I wait like 2 more months. I come back. I basically come back enough times where she basically has to just give me an interview because I have been coming back like week after week after week. Like at this point, give me my interview or are you still hiring? So she gave me my interview and then I still never heard nothing back. I went in like the week after I took my interview to ask about it and they still never like, so I was like, okay, you just don't want to hire me. Like just take it off the goddamn Google then. Then I had the runaround with Planet Fitness. Since I go to the gym like literally every other day, I was like, okay, I'm just going to apply to work at the gym because I go there every day. Like that makes so much sense to me. I worked at an art museum. I can clean. I can do all this stuff. So it's not like I can't do anything that they can't do. So I apply online and then I go in like a few weeks later again and I ask the front desk, oh, like, did you guys get my application? She's like, oh, the online doesn't work. So you're going to have to email the manager. So I'm like, okay, cool. So I email the manager, nothing, crickets. So I go in like the next few weeks and I ask another employee, oh, when is the manager going to be here? They say in the morning. I come in the morning, manager's not there. Someone says at night, I come in the night, manager's not there. So then I'm like, y'all giving me the runaround. Do you want me to work here? Like, I'm confused because there's an opening online. Then months later, I get an email saying that they already chose someone for the position, but they never interviewed me. So then I was pissed off. And I sent an email back saying, what about my resume didn't like meet the standards? And of course, ghosted. Then I tried to work at another gym that I actually went to before I canceled my membership because they were cash grabbers. I put in another job application for the baby like sitting job at the gym just to like watch the kids. And I was waiting patiently. Turns out the girl that left was on maternity leave and she just came back and they just gave her the job and didn't even like interview me or nothing. Like, and I come to that gym every single day. But yeah, getting a job is not easy. The job I have now, I don't even like still, but it's not easy. It's rough out here.
I've been applying for jobs all morning. Can you tell? I'm losing my mind and I keep doing my breath work. I keep like woosahing. I mean, I'm about to go train Chomper because I know he needs to get out. And long story short, when I talk to like, let's just say an older generation, right? I'm a millennial. And I tell them like, hey guys, I'm trying to find a job. I'm trying to work. Like I'm trying to do these things. And I'm going to the places that are saying like, we're always hiring and I'm filling out the applications and I'm doing all the things. It is so hard to get a freaking job. Like it just, they keep responding back like, yeah, the position's been fulfilled or we don't need you or you don't qualify for this. And I'm like, blah. Like I'm about to just like, I don't know. Like, I'm gonna start selling things. Like, does anybody want some shoes? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what to do. It's ridiculous. And then I downloaded the Rover app, which I don't know if you guys know what that is. It's like a dog sitting, dog walking. You can do all kinds of stuff. People can make it, like, pretty good, decent money out of it, apparently. So I was trying to set that up, and it was linked to, like, an old account that I had that I'd used it for, like, a month, like a long time ago. And I was teaching the call center reps how to like fix the problem that I was having. I was on the phone for 40 minutes with these people. Oh my Lord. I need to meditate. I need to go ground myself. I need to go look in the sun. I need to go dance and sing and frolic in nature for at least an hour and then get back to this. But like my system's fried. Like finding a job nowadays is very hard. And I've applied for grocery stores, coffee shops. I'm doing all the things. I'm using my skills and talents and people still don't don't need it right now. And I'm like, okay, all right, universe, God, spirit, higher power, consciousness, like, please throw me a bone here, you know? Throw us both a bone. Chopper and I need bones. But anyways, just wanted to say that finding a job in 2026 is actually a lot harder than people think. And I mean, unless I'm just like not in the right places or something like that. But anyways, just had to share that real raw life moment with y'all. And I hope you're all having an incredible day. And this is Monday Madness at its finest.
So leave a comment down below and share what you're going through, what's going on out there for you and your search for employment, what kind of challenges you're coming up against out there, and just know that you're not alone.